Okay, we should be good to go because it's that time. It's that time. Welcome along everyone to my live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good on the Saturday evening, whatever you're up to, of this Easter weekend. So let's get straight to it then. So for tonight's menu, I'm going to be showing you my perspective of what is round 9, the penultimate round of the Jimmy Codger Racing British Touring Car Championship. And we are off to one of my favourite tracks of the lot, that is Spa-Francorchamps. So, and it's going to be a wet one. And I'm looking forward to what is going to be a very interesting motor race for sure. So, and tonight could be the night where I could win the championship. So speaking of which, apologies a bit for the little delay that's been going off. Obviously, the host has had a technical difficulty with the comp side, but other than that, we should be able to get ourselves up and running just before we go live. Then the lobby should be up just before, which is why I'm just clicking on refresh. Just to wait for the lobby to go up. And for those who don't know, welcome along. Jimmy Codger has a channel for those who'd like to go and check him out on YouTube, as he is the host of the British Touring Car Championship. And so, obviously, the objective is simple, as it looks, and that's if I were to get the job done early enough. So, what's going to happen is that there's going to be a 20-minute sprint race, and before that we have a 10 minutes qualifying, and therefore that we'll have a 20-minute sprint race with no tyre wear, no fuel consumption rating, and obviously we're going to be off to from the Grand Prix layout in the sprint to what is the 24-hour layout, which is a different starting line as well. Which is for the feature race, the 40-minute feature race, including tyre wear and fuel consumption rating. And it could rain. We don't know what the weather set is going to be like, and so yet we are going into the unknown as to how's that going to pan out. But in terms of the points, I've going into the penultimate round. Obviously, you got myself, who is leading the championship with 155 points, with Shadowing with 123. So obviously that I could afford to lose 8 points through the Drivers' Championship, and therefore should be able to get the job done through the course of these two races for the sprint and the feature. So obviously, as for the manufacturers, Audi is leading as well. So still refreshing as I go along. Obviously, that last time out, I've got the Super Tourer category wrapped up as well, with 2 rounds to go. As for Audi, we're on 147 points, and that is the manufacturers championship. The Audi representing, obviously you have myself doing the others for Audi. And then Chevrolet with 122 points. So Audi could wrap up the manufacturer's title in the process. So any moment the lobby could be open. And so I'm just going to pop over to Jimmy's stream and just a quick hello. It's all good. Apologies for the delay. Obviously technical issues from Jimmy's side. But we're up and running, so... There we go. So the lobby is now open. So let's see if I'm one of the first to defuel, because for the moment when qualifying goes live, then therefore that track position's key. So one thing I'll have to do as well is to alter the downforce, if I can remember it from the top of my head, to that, and then also to a bit to the back, while keeping it smack bottom. So the qualifying, interestingly, is set to 15 minutes. So obviously, because it's a longer track at Spa-Francorchamps, obviously there's no rain around it as well. Other than that, we should be able to crack on with the task in hand. So got my foot stuck on the flipping clutch pedal. Welcome along, Dan. Yeah, it's good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Obviously, apologies as well for the slight delay. If you're wondering, obviously, technical issues from his side, of course. So I couldn't quite start the stream, but just as on time or even just as early as I like. But we're up and running, so it's all good. But other than that, GB Koch is the host of the BTCC, for those who like to go and have a look at his content, as he is the host of the BTCC. Welcome along, Ben. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. So, so tonight could be the night. So, obviously, 8 points of a loss of a, which should be still before going into the last round, should be enough to go and clinch the championship with a round to spare. Obviously, because as of each round has two races, the sprint and the feature. So I'm just about to get some practice laps in and see how I feel with the car and track and downforce settings. And that's another thing, well, running the brake balance to completely to the rear, as you feel a bit of trail braking and all, even that slide. Just got to look at the wind, as the wind's pointing towards the southeast at 4.9 ms. So we're just getting into the groove with the with things. And you can take it flat out through Eau Rouge, then on top of Radion. Appreciate you letting me by, pal. Got myself into the 29s, so then it's just about to get the consistency together. So the qualifying's about to begin, so let's not burn ourselves out too much. Obviously I can feel the momentum going, so, and look at the rain. So the rain is on the horizon, so just need to move over to one side for somebody. So we've got Hado, we've got Sam, also known as Naked Boggle Man. So this is what I mean about track position, so it's a key thing to have for sure. So that's because, as you can see on the bottom, the rain is heading towards up to the top, and therefore we could get a lovely rain shower there. So I feel it's going to be a dry start for this qualifying, which should be because it's where the accuracy's yeah. So we say hello to Drubit there. No racing in quali. Copy. So this is like where like this is going to get hectic towards the end, roughly. You know, just to see where the rain's going to be hitting. So although it's hitting the track right now, so who knows? As we're about to get qualifying underway, less than 5 seconds to go. Good luck, everyone. Is it a bit wet? No. It's dry to start with. Just need a bit of space. Obviously, we've got somebody behind as well. Just keeping the tyres into working range before we start for what is going to be the first flying lap of the session. So I've got myself a bit of a gap between myself and Butler. So let's crack on. Here we go. 29.3. Might get a little bit of a slip off Butler if I could get anywhere near him. May have lost a bit of time there, but I can... Getting a nice little slip off Butler. The guy who beat me in the Renault Clio Cup Championship. He'll be like, oh, hamburgers. For when I gain a few tenths out of that slip. at 28.9, so I may just back off a little bit as he too gets the 29s also as Butler. Unless it rains towards the end, which it looks like it's going to rain anyway. And if it does rain, then that's going to settle qualifying for sure. I should to back off, to be honest, but I was just getting a bit nearer to Butler, which obviously is totally understandable, but, you know, because I don't want to be getting too near him, because otherwise that's going to be deemed as impeding. Shadow with 5th place at the moment, so things could change pretty quickly for sure by the time when the heavens open. In fact, the heavens is just about to open as we are about to enter the final sector, and oh, that's gonna settle qualifying, unfortunately, with the rain just arriving at that moment. So I'm just only going in to get a feel of the track with the wet weather tyres. So that is what looks to be qualified settled. And that, of course, I'll be going from what is a 8-point lead to a 9-point lead, because with the pole position, you get a point for the pole position. Only applied to the sprint race. And that's audio muted going deep. And everybody's coming into the pit, so that is qualifying done and dusted as Danny C takes pole position in a moment where it mattered, where he could get the championship wrapped up. So that's one thing out of the way, and another is to beat Shadow for the in the race. As long as, according to my maths, a fastest lap is worth a point in each race. So the objective is to finish ahead of Shadow no matter where we finish, as long as we both don't score any points, extra points for the fastest lap. Therefore, I should be able to get the championship wrapped up with 3 races remaining. So I wonder if we're going to get a wet weather start. And Shadow's going to be absolutely kicking himself with the 5th place starter. Although that Max is, well, his dad is getting the edge a bit on him as it stands. So that's, you know, literally a change the dynamic of how the race is going to pan out for what's to come. But, oh, look, there's Butler sliding all over the place. He'll be like on slick tyres. Ah, hamburgers. Everyone knows his butters. And look at LFC Ben just trying to hang it on there like he's holding on to his life. As he's too is on the slick tyres. So those who have like stayed out for a little longer, well, obviously that's gonna be rubbing salt in the wounds, isn't it? But just getting around the corner to get pole position, but I do need the toilet paper pretty quickly. So I'll be back in 2 secs. I'm back. And I'm back. Right, so let's see what the weather has to offer. Just check that, okay, race is soft, so what's the weather gonna be like? It's going to be a dry race, just to confirm, for the sprint. And the objective is simple. I just need to finish ahead of Shadow, no matter where we finish in the top 10. So, myself on pole position with Maximum in second. We've got Butler in third. So obviously there's going to be some communication between father and son. That is Max, who is the father, and Shadow is the son, who of course will be talking to each other, I would imagine, as Max lines up alongside me. So therefore he's going to be going for it. So obviously the first lap is going to be hectic, and we'll just need to navigate our way through the slipstream effect. So without further ado, let's get this race underway. And let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. And it's a rolling start. Thought it were going to be a good start with 4-star check, but okie dokie. We'll just get on with it. Unless the officials say something. Skins reporting glitch. So he's asking for a restart. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. We'll see what happens in the next couple of moments. So, but the trouble I've got is I've got Max on my ass as well. Max is gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. Red flag, red flag. Okay. So the red flag has been out because of an issue coming from one of the drivers who's had a glitch, experienced a glitch. So apologies for the delay. So, well, this has changed the dynamic of the racing for sure. So we don't need to do the qualifying. So obviously, because we should be able to well just get the some racing underway. So there's been like what. Like 3-5 minutes, of course.
Someone type in the chat the result, the grid positions, please.
Okay, so obviously, what's going to be happening there is that the race is going to be well restarted as Jimmy's going to be setting the grid. So apologies for the delay on the race being suspended. For those who are wondering, obviously it started off with a rolling start, which is normally not the case, and obviously you've also got somebody who was having a technical issue with the of the glitch that's arrived at the rolling start. So so I've got the downforce settings all together. So yeah, we're gonna have to do the 20 minutes all over again. So this is what's going to be a crazy evening for sure. Okay, so check the downforce again, which I've done. Weather, another thing as well. Can't see any rain, man. Which there's no rain there throughout. So, okay, so we go again. Take two for what is the first race of the evening. Good luck, everyone. Let's do this. Thanks, Dan. What a start from Danny C. Miles ahead of everybody else. And Max has managed to get himself back into P2 after a very slow start there. Max is on the attack. Didn't ask for anything, but thank you very much. As he sets himself up on the, going for the overtake. Shadow makes a move as he's up into third. So we've got Shadow's dad doing everything he can to protect his son, as his son is right behind me. A podium in these races is all I need, at least. Even if Shadow finishes ahead of me. Who's gonna be last on the brakes? I knew Shadow were going to give him a bump draft. Oh, it's going to be last of the brakes. Shadow's there. Saw him coming. What is that? That's a big patch of light rain, which is not hitting the track hard. Light boss hit shadow. Marty's on the inside as well. Just need to stay within the slip best I can, because it's one of them races where you're gonna have to stay within the car front. Ben must have gone wide, so he too might be getting a time penalty for track limits. Uh-oh. The rain is coming. The rain is coming at the end of this lap. Brace yourselves. Get your umbrellas out. Get your wellies out. We're in for what is going to be a very chaotic race. So it looks like Shadow's going to get the fastest lap. Linebus, the only one staying out in that group. He's going to pay the ultimate price, I'll tell you that. Because with everybody else coming in for the wet weather tyres, and Linebus staying out as well, well, that's going to be a very interesting dynamic of how the motor race is going to pan out. So, but the question is, who's going to master these wet weather conditions? Everyone on the inters. I'm on the wets. Messed up my lines. Had to slow down a touch and hope I don't get a penalty, which I managed to do. It's not often you see me get track limit violation penalties, but I'm just going to give it my all to try and close that gap. Around the outside of my championship rival. Let's go. But I'm going to pay the ultimate price there, because look at that. The rain is about to last for only not long. Two laps to go. Whoa! Ah, bollocks. Ah. Oh, not my race. Don't touch my car. So that is what is going to be my 100% podium finishing streak coming to an end. But I'm not fussed about it too much because I'm just going to have to fight for another day. I just need to do the maths as I go along. So, Shadow in second, and I'm in 7th with his fastest lap. Okay. So, what is 1 point for the fast lap? Put that to one side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've only lost 6 points to Shadow. So what was going from a 9-point lead to what is a 3-point lead. So yeah, so we got 3 points between myself and well, Shadow. Well, obviously, just to get the championship wrapped up as of this race itself. That's what I mean. Okay, so Were I on slicks? I were on wet. I were on wets. I were on wet, so when I gone onto the wet weather tires for when the heavens open. So, as it stands, obviously we've got Cavanci. Well, what was happening to my wheel for a moment? Oh, they're just buttons in it. Okay. So I will just look you through and see we've got obviously with me finishing in 7th, I should be starting in roughly 8th. So strategy is going to be a key factor, and what all I need to do is just finish ahead of Shadow, or just finish behind Shadow, no matter where we finish in the points, and therefore I should be able to get the job done at Spa. Like if it had been for the spin. Okay, so there we go. Back in 2 secs. Right, so let's have a look at the weather forecast, shall we? So it's going to be raining around the 5-minute mark, and then it will start to, it will start to dry up towards the end as well. So, other than that, soft tires, I reckon, intermediates, and then dry tires, medium tires for a bit or something. Well, tire wear's not an issue. Same with fuel. Well, it shouldn't be really. But other than that, we should be able to get on with what is going to be an important race on my career, and that is to get the championship wrapped up with a round to go. So let's do what we can from there. Although that 8th place is obviously that's a few places ahead of those starting on the back, but in reverse grid. So with Cavanci not coming in as well, coming back to the lobby, then if it is the case, then obviously that'll promote us another spot. So that's when about the rain is about to hit the track hard. So it does give me a rough idea as to how the race is going to pan out to start off with, and then that's where we're going to be in it for the long run for sure. One moment. Quick toilet leak. Oh, just a little change, you know. Do that quickly before all changes. Okay, so that's that sorted. So intermediate start. Okay. That was just very last minute there. All happening at once. So right. At last, we'll get the feature race underway. Good luck, everyone. Let's see if we can get the job done with a round to go. Juice sliding. Red flag, all exit. Ah, no, that's another red flag. Oh, this is taking long. Well, I don't want it to go this long, but a red flag for Drew, because he was the only one who was not being able to have the chance to get the tires sorted. But so sorry for the pop for the delay. It's all going wrong, isn't it? You know, just you know, when things are just going under control, but it's not meant to be. Right, we'll try again. Right, I've got the inters on. I've got the downforce setting together. Event settings. Other than that, we're good to go. More than ready. This is turning out to be a hectic round as of so far, with a lot happening all at once. But take 3 or take 2 or whatever you call it, because we managed to get the second take done on the sprint. Then, so this is take 2 of the feature. So it's not often that we have days like that. Audio's having a moment there. For Rouge, they're not up already on. Line bus is off. Unlucky, buddy. Drew with a 2-second time penalty. And I somehow managed to take the lead after the first lap. The breakthrough. Just keeping the intermediates as cool as possible as you do. I can see some coming into the pits. Some might regret it because there's some that the rain is arriving later on as well. So I'm just doing all I can to try and keep the tyres as cool as possible. So we're just approaching the 12-minute mark on the feature race. And the heavens have started to open once more. And Drew's sensing danger. And he's like Ralph Wiggum of The Simpsons, where he just goes, I'm in danger. So another set of intermediates I could do with, to be very honest. So I created what was a 10-second gap between myself and the car behind me. Although there's been some overtaking going up behind me and some coming to the pits a little bit earlier. So then there's some that's pitted one lap too early. Well, what could have been a very different race if they hadn't pitted a lap early. But how much fuel have they put in? That is the question. Where's Shadow? He's not pitted yet, so obviously he was further down the field also. And I managed to whack on a set of new intermediates and fill the car up to the top. So might get 7 laps worth of fuel in. I'll just get some fuel in as well as these slick tyres because it's dry enough now for the next few laps. Now the tricky part is that it's going to be, it's going to be tough to get through the, and Shadow was on the intermediate, so Line Bus was on the wet, so there's some that may be on the slicks. Let's make the slicks work. So, and because of I've got a bit more fuel in it, as well as coming in at a certain time, then should be a lesser loss of a pit lane loss. And we crack on. Just need to tiptoe my way through the slippery exit of the pit exit. And the fuel should be able to get me to the end. And then I can push on. Just need to stay off the curbs, the wet light white lines best I can. Oh, somebody spun. That's Drew. Unlucky, buddy. I had to go for it. Risked my whole life for that moment. Somebody's gone wide, that's Marty. Unlucky Marty. My tyres are good. I can push on, and so is the fuel. May need to put a little more on, but I doubt that. We're up another place. So Marty's in as well as David. Oh! Almost lost it. I tried to go flat out through the top of Radion, but just need to keep it all together. As I got Shadow behind me, and that's all I need to do. Either just finished behind him or ahead of him. Well, just behind him at least. And the rain is about to arrive once more. So the rain is about to land in the next lap, according to these sources. So not fussed on the fastest laps or anything, just need to bring it home. And keep doing what I'm doing, which is all I need to do to win the championship. And then Linebus's pedals have gone. Oh, you have to feel sorry for him after what has been such a good run until that moment. Obviously, Ben's out of fuel, so I'm good with fuel until the end. The rain is about to come. Butler's coming in, and so am I. Sticking on some wets. I mean, it's no big deal at the end of the day. So 2 laps left, so I don't need to refuel. There we go. Last pit stop as I am on course to what is another championship to my name. I just need to bring it on and gather my thoughts together. And there is the heavy rain. Copy, Dan. Oh, bottle spawn! Managed to get himself back up and running somehow. How are the nerves for Danny C at this moment in time? Because time and time again, questions have been raised about Danny C, whether if he is still championship material. The question I ask is this the best of Danny C you are witnessing? I can tell you, the question has been answered, as you are witnessing prime Danny C driving to the best of his ability. His last championship title was won back in 2024. He was on the controller at the time. And what he's about to achieve is the ultimate goal which every racer dreams of achieving, and that is the Drivers' Championship title. After what has been a long season, of course, as I managed to get past Butler eventually. So and then you have to give credit to Shadow after what has been an amazing season. From the moment we begun the season at Brands Hatch to the Spa-Francorchamps, where we're about to witness history in the making. And yeah, you have to feel sorry for Shadow, don't you, after a couple of bad race meetings in some other times, and then, you know, to get this closer to the championship, and you just had to feel it's rubbing salt into the wounds, isn't it? no matter who you follow, whether it's Danny C or Shadow, appreciate the championship protagonists who have kept the competition and give us the entertainment for for what is going to be a long time. The British driver from Yorkshire, England, that is Danny C, had a dream to start off with when he was a kid, as it all started off when his dad used to run an independent garage a long time ago. As we enter the last sector now. Just when I thought that I had the Renault Clio Cup Championship title secured, but sadly behind the scenes it got taken away, as when I had my fastest lapper worth 2 points been deleted for track limits by the smallest of margins. He is the man who raises a bar, who raises the stats and takes things onto another level. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, stand up, clap your hands and congratulate the British driver from Yorkshire as Danny C wins the feature race and is the 2026 Jimmy Codger Racing Season 5 British Touring Car Champion of the World. He kept going, he kept pushing, and he never gave up until the end. What a moment, what a victory, what an accomplishment. Danny C has done it. And I had to spare a moment to myself because it's okay, I'm crying with tears of happiness flooding out of my face. Thank you so much, boys and girls. It means the world. It means the world to win this one. Thank you so much for everything. It means the world to me. You made a racer's dream come true. And at last, redemption has been served for many reasons. Kept everything under control, and I lost some, I've gained some, and when it mattered, he got the job done. So right, there can only be one thing. I'm gonna do some donuts. And of course, another thing as well is that Audi have crowned the Manufacturers Championship as well. So get ready to kickstart the celebrations as you are witnessing the new champion, of course, the three-time champion of the BTCC, my first on the wheel, my first to it since 2024. Thank you, Marty. Thank you. No hands on the steering wheel. While doing donuts. And then the Hado, of course, is the Independence champion. So well done to Hado on the Independence Championship. So we are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, because we are the champions of the world. Let's go! Start this time, man! Where's Ado? There's Ado. Congratulations to you, mate, on your championship. You should be really pleased with yourself. And there it is. Face to face with the Independence champion. And as myself as the drivers champion, and the representing Audi as the champions, the manufacturers champions. Yes, you cannot beat a queen and all. You cannot beat a bitter queen. So, yeah. I couldn't stop crying for the moment I crossed the line, but it's just um, from the moment when I last won the the BTCC championship, which was back in 2024, and then shortly afterwards about another championship, which was a separate championship, that was the Honda Civic Touring Car Championship, and that I had to be sure that I just keep getting up and continue to put my mind onto the task, and I'd just be sure that I just keep going and keep pushing, that I had nothing to lose with the drive, a desire and discipline I had to be sure I get to this point and stand a chance of winning the Drivers' Championship. And it's crazy to realise that this is my my first championship title won on the wheel, and that it's it's been like a heavy journey, that's for sure. But when I was going through the last few laps, then I just had to be sure that I had that mentality, and just to keep going. And when I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and I see that, just want to spare a moment to say thanks for the race, and let's play again sometime. But I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and there's definitely been some days where sometimes I ask myself that, well, if I've done good enough, or I definitely feel like I wasn't good enough. But when you spare a moment to reflect, go again, and do better than what you've done as well, and therefore that we've gone on to achieve the ultimate goal, which every racer dreams of achieving. That is the Drivers' Championship, to get the Super Tourer category championship title won as well. Then therefore that I've gone on to clinch that championship title, along with the manufacturers championship for Audi, which of course it just makes it fit in there for so many people. And to my family, my friends, we'll keep on talking when I go through that. So next time out is the final, which is Yas Marina. Okay, let's enjoy ourselves. Happy days. Happy days. Right, so I'm going to quickly go into the skate movies and then crack on with whatever I needed to do. So to my family, my friends, and those who follow me, thank you for your support, and I appreciate it a lot. And Jimmy, thank you very much for running the championship, and appreciate your time and efforts to make this championship happen, and those who work with him behind the scenes to enjoy every minute of it. And I couldn't ask for much more, and to have such an amazing experience, no matter what positions we're fighting for. Then the most important thing is I loved every minute of it, and I'm sure you guys have. And well done to those who have been taking part in the championship as well. Although we've got a round to go, which is next Saturday. So I'm just going to finish it off on a high, but why not? So I don't know if Shadows are going to be in or just streaming along and so, but well, he'll be probably just like going over to the bar or something. But so I just want to spare a moment to congratulate Shadow on what has been an amazing season that he's had, but because he's an amazing driver and down to the earth, nice person, and a pleasure to share the on-track, off-track battles with him, and I loved every minute of him with it. And then I wish him all the best to his family on what's to come, and so yeah, it's just let it all in now. But so okay. after a couple of hiccups with the technical difficulties, but I should have been like cracking on with what it needed to do. But although I may have missed out a podium chance in the sprint, but it doesn't matter. What matters is I've kept everything under control. I've lost some and I've won some, but when it mattered, I've got the job done. And of course, a month ago, I've lost the championship in the Renault Clear Cup championship. But a month later, here we are. Redemption has been served. Redemption has been served. And to do it on the scene, on the live streams, and there's no better feeling than feel like you're on top of the world. And so thank you all for watching. Next time I'll be live is on Tuesday for some open lobbies. It's going to be GR1s for the next one. So whatever you're all up to, look after yourselves. Have a great Easter if you celebrate Easter. Have a great evening, great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are in the world. And for myself, Danny C, I'll catch you in the next one as a three-time champion of the GB Corgi Racing British Touring Car Champion. Obviously, the first on my wheel as well as the pad, and has become one of them players out there to have won races and championships on both controller and the wheel. And you have witnessed history in the making. So I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great one all, and bye-bye.